Hi, I'm Todd Miller, and I have the good fortune of being a citizen of the United States of America. I love our country, and I don't take for granted the freedom and opportunities it affords us. Like many of you, I'm deeply concerned that we've become less united as a nation, and I'm saddened by the many fractured relationships across our country that are a result of political division. I want to see our democracy thrive like we've never seen before, reaching new heights of strength and prosperity. But we can't reach new heights if we're divided. In fact, our democracy might not survive continued divisiveness. So why are we becoming increasingly divided, and what can we do about it? When I look at the framework in which our government operates, I see an adversarial foundation in which two parties compete for power and advancement of their interests, often prioritizing party over country. Meanwhile, an ever-expanding network of communication channels amplifies and accelerates the conflict between these parties, frequently woven with disinformation, and Americans are drawn into an us versus them mentality. I ask why? Why should the foundation of our government be bound to a power struggle between parties? It's familiar to us and might be hard to imagine our government any other way, but it doesn't have to be this way. We the people have a choice. We hear politicians make promises to cross the aisle and work with the other party, and sometimes that happens and something is achieved. But crossing the aisle is becoming less common, and as a result, we're becoming a weaker nation. We need to eliminate the aisle. We need our elected officials to be able to govern without fear. Fear of being ostracized by their parties and jeopardizing their careers and livelihoods because they say something or cast a vote that isn't aligned with their parties. Imagine representatives who can have diverse ideas and opinions and can't be quickly dismissed, labeled, or categorized by voters because of party affiliation. Representatives who are voted into office based on the merit of their ideas, experience, and accomplishments, rather than an R or a D next to their names. Imagine representatives who can openly condemn politicians' bad behavior because they don't have to be concerned with how that condemnation will affect their party. Politicians would be held to a higher standard by a larger number of politicians and voters, and not just those of the opposing party. Success does not depend on a party-based system. Think about the many great achievements throughout history that were achieved without parties. How many of our most successful companies operate with parties? These companies are unencumbered by the polarizing forces that a party-based system imposes. The employees are united, striving for the same goal, making their company the best it can be. Why shouldn't our government work this way? Good ideas can rise without worry that an initiative that brings success for one party will diminish the power of the other party. The gridlock we witness occurs in large part because the achievements of one party are perceived as threatening to the other, so obstruction tactics are employed, stunting progress. When one party plays offense, the other plays defense. That's no way to get things done. This is exactly the kind of partisan behavior George Washington feared, and he warned us in his farewell address that a party-based government is dangerous. Our problem-solving, ideation, strategy, innovation, logistics, finance, etc. really so different in government than they are in business, such that parties are required in government? The answer is no. Let's harness the power of democracy to bring about transformational change that will strengthen our country. My fellow Americans, what can we do? First, we can show government officials that we want unity and a party-free government by adding our names to the petition, which can be found via the partyfreegov.org website. Second, we can reserve our votes for candidates who declare independence and decline party affiliation. Third, we can be more cautious consumers of information that informs our votes by scrutinizing and being aware of the political leanings and motivations of those who provide information. All of us want to cast our votes based on truthful information, so let's make sure we're putting in the effort to find the truth. Our government is only as good as the effort we put in to choosing our representatives, and a misinformed vote is a threat to our country. Lastly, We can spread the word about party-free government and let our family and friends know about the partyfreegov.org website so others can support this movement. Public servants, what can you do? You can free yourselves and all Americans from the shackles of this polarizing party-based system and declare your independence. This will take courage, but it is gravely necessary, and we need all of you to take this action. I call on Congress to form a nonpartisan committee and collaborate with America's top university political science departments to optimize political processes for a party-free government, leveraging the knowledge of our professors and engaging young scholars. I urge you to act quickly so that our fruitful future can be enjoyed and this chapter of profoundly dangerous and destructive division can be closed. Remember, united we stand, divided we fall. Thank you for listening. I wish you peace, prosperity, and all that a harmonious, thriving democracy can bring if we the people can unite and build it together.